Welcome to Chronically Crocheting. I have a lot to share with you. Let's have some fun! Hi, my yarny friends. My name is Crystal, and I'm on here today to share with you a few finished projects and a whip and something I might be working on soon. So I'm really excited to be on here. I had another rough week, long story, boring story. Anyway, I'm just happy to be back on here and feeling a little better again. So, yoo-hoo! I'm just gonna dig in and get started. So, my first finished project, I showed you guys a little bit of it. Oh, my arm. Jiminy crickets, that was hard to pick up that way. And it was using the tweed, the big twist, totally tweed. And even though if this is the first time to the channel, I recently bought this. I love tweed yarn. It's my favorite style of yarn. I saw that Joanne had it, got one of each or two of each color, but I was disappointed. The yarn feels weird, doesn't feel great, but this color just sang to me and I had to keep it. And so it didn't take, I think I weighed this. It took a little under a little above half a skein. I think, so this is 150 grams, and when I weighed it, it was 71 grams, but I had forgotten to do the little horn thingies, so it might be like 69 grams. They're not really big, so I couldn't make two of this project with one skein. So close, but I can't. So let me show you my finished project. Oh, I should have grabbed the book. Oh, it's right over there. Well, I'm going to splice it anyway. Hold on. I'll be right back. I thought I was totally prepared, but I guess I'm not. I mean, I gathered everything I thought I would need, and then that didn't happen. And so, so I decided to make something out of the Cutest Crochet Creations. This is like my favorite book. I've made, I think, 11 patterns out of here. I've showed you the book in a video. I have showed you those 11 patterns in the video. We had a crochet along with this book, and my theme for all of them but one was tweed yarn. So I had to make something tweedy out of here. So what I decided to make, and my granddaughter thought it was a unicorn, but you could make it a unicorn if you wanted to, was this. Meadow the cow. I decided to do Meadow the cow. I did not put spots on there because the tweedy yarn is so busy. I didn't think, I think it was unnecessary. I don't know. It may have looked cute. I mean, I always could put, I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, I wanted to look real quick. I didn't know if it had a tail. I didn't have the book by me, so I created my own tail. And let's see, does it have a tail? It does have a tail. Well, phooey. Hers might be cuter. It's braided. It's just a braid. Where is it? Oh, well, never mind. Thought I was showing it to you. Oh, I guess maybe it was. Here. It's just a braid. I don't like that little tie thing, but it's a braid. I'll show you what I did. I don't know, maybe mine's cuter. I'll let you decide. So, I don't know. So this is my cow. Here's the tail. I just chained so many single crocheted. That was it. Added some fun colors. All the colors that are in my front. I decided, since she was so colorful, to do all different colors. I did a purple, I did an orange. I mean, this orange isn't perfect, but good enough. Green. This colors in here along with the purple, blue, and yellow. I made her legs so she could either stand up in the pattern, they're fixed. She could stand up or sit down if she wanted. I did not do that to the arms. They're fixed. Can't remember what size safety eyes I used. Now, I did have a problem with this pattern. So in the book, you attach this head to the body right here. And if you were to do it that way, the head would be up way too high. And I did not like the head up that high. And I even probably would have liked the head down a little bit more. And I can press it down. But what I had to do, because you know, you're just going up and it ends flat like this in a little circle. And once I put the head on that, it was just tilted up. So I had to, in the back, you know, I picked somewhere in the middle. I single crocheted back and forth like 3 times to build this wall. To build this wall so it kind of goes up like this and across and goes back down. So then I could position the head to be more down instead of, it would have been like this. And I did not like that. I don't know in her pattern if, she's got a bow around it. Yeah, I don't know how she got her head down like that. Maybe she had to hide it. Maybe that's why the bow's there. Yeah, there's a bow. I don't know how she got it to be that straight out, because mine wouldn't even have been that straight out. It would have been tilted up a little bit. And but looking at him straight on, I want his head down a little bit. He looks cuter. I mean, you know, that's even building a wall and making the head down. So I built that. So that's my tip. That's what I did. And it worked out way better that way. Other than that, it's a very, very cute pattern. Easy to make. There's nothing fancy about it. Very, very easy to make. If you're a beginner at amigurumi, but you've made a few, not brand new, but if you made a few, you could do this, because you know the legs are simple. If you sewed stuff on, if you know, I think you can make this one. So I love her. She's mine because I'm keeping all of this from the book. I really am sentimental. I like it that we did this crochet along. Like when I was the yarn fairy, I still have the wings, and I really want to put a display on my wall, put the wings on it and take some pictures and make a display wall of being a yarn fairy, because it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I think about it when, I'm sorry, how weird, I can't believe I'm emotional. When I feel lonely, when I feel like life's hard, you know, it's hard to think that I suffer, or you're not seeing how bad I was like 3 days ago, how severe I was, and how my body was torturing me. You just see me in this moment. This is just a moment in time. So I have those moments. I can go back and see those videos of everything. I just got an outpouring of love. I wish I could have done a better job filming being a yarn fairy, but I was sick, and then I got sick from being a yarn fairy. I got really sick from it, but you know, got something from one of the kids somewhere. But that's okay. It was worth it. I'm glad I did it. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I don't know if I've ever told you, but somebody recognized me. Somebody said, hey, I was at a pharmacy. It's like a mom and pop pharmacy. And she said, and I never seen her, you know, before. It was one of the first times I was in there. And she's like, hey, were you the yarn fairy? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was. And it was like a couple of years ago. And she's like, we still have it. We still have that toy and we love it. And I mean, it's just, yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. So I really want to make some wall display, you know, if my body would just ease up on me of that moment in time, and like a tribute to it. That would be my ultimate goal. So I'm keeping these. I really enjoyed that crochet along. And so what I used was a little more than a little more than half a skein. And then I just you can just pick random colors. These are the colors I used. 3 of them are soft, Red Heart Soft, and I don't see the colorways. So these are Red Heart Soft. You'll just have to look through. Nobody's gonna probably go out and buy all these colors to make it match. So that's, I don't know, will she sit here? I wonder, let's see. Oh, my arm from falling. I'm in physical therapy. There we go. I can have a host. She's my host. I don't know her name. What could I call her? Chewy? I don't know, because cows chew. Anyway, so another finished project is, so you guys know I was making these gnomes to hold suckers for my grandkids for Valentine's Day, and I had these 2 done. I could not find a heart sucker for the life of me. I gave up. I'm really disappointed in myself. She mentioned that you should put rocks on the bottom of it, and I have them, and I didn't do it. You know, and I wasn't feeling good when I was making these, and it's just hard to do that little extra step, to come in my yarn room, grab them, get the glue gun out. If you know, you know. But I do recommend putting those little rocks in there. Now, it does stand if you fiddle with it. And it's not going to, because I just told you it did. I promise I got it to stand. I promise. There we go. So she does stand, and I have 2 of them, and then I needed to make this one for Elijah, and I got his done, and it did turn out super duper cute. So I'm excited about that. If you stand it up, it needs to be closer to standing itself than off to the side like it wants to go. So I did black, and I did a ruby. This is more green, it's showing up blue. So really cute. Can't wait for Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh, I also was just at the Dollar General, and today's Wednesday, the 12th, they had these plushies that were normally $10. They're $5 off. And so even though I'm giving them that, I had to get a plushie for my grandchildren. And so I will pop a picture in of these plushies that I got for $5 each. They're huge, they're big. They're not by me, or I show you $5. I couldn't pass it up, even though I have that. It doesn't matter. They can have 2 things. And in my dream world, I want to make them a Valentine's card. I love to make cards. I have all the supplies to make cards, and I haven't made it in forever. So hopefully I can make them a Valentine's card. You know, I set goals, and I have started to learn that if I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. I gotta let it go. But I need to have goals, or then I'd maybe do nothing. So that's a goal, to make Valentine cards for my grandkids. I could go out and buy them, but I have all the supplies. So, anywho, so those are 2 of my finished objects. I should have put him up here because he was the one that I finished. Another finished object was, I have been watching Hooked by Robin. Well, Jiminy Crickets. I can't remember her name. I'm going to put it here. I'm new to her channel, and I just really enjoy watching her because she makes so many amigurumi, and I'm telling you, I'm drooling half the time. She does a lot of, what are they called? Craft fairs. And the woman can crochet some amigurumi. I'm like, you know, I can make a couple a week if I'm lucky, and she's making 15, 20. I'm like, blows my mind. And she's the one that I'm working on, the dragon. I do have him 80% done. But if you don't know her channel, I will link it down below. I highly recommend her channel. It's fun to see everything she makes. She gives you great advice on yarn. She loves Chanel yarn. She uses that, or blanket yarn for her amigurumis. I don't see her make anything else. I don't know if she does hats or clothes. Like I said, I'm newer to her channel, but I have probably watched 5, 6 episodes, vlogs, and they've all been amigurumi. So, but I think in her market, maybe I did see some handbags and stuff. I don't know. I'm sick. I'm surviving life. So because of her, she pattern tested these birds, and I can't remember again who the person is. She has a YouTube channel. I'm new to her channel. I've watched 1 or 2 of her vlogs, and she's a pattern designer. And when this other person, Robin, I think her name's Robin, test pattern. I should have written this down, but guys, seriously, it's been rough. So I just fell in love with these birds. It's so funny because one of the birds was, you know, hopefully I have a picture up. I fell in love with these birds, and I'll link it. I always link all the patterns or whatever I talk about in the description box below. So I'll link their YouTube channels. I will link the Etsy listing for these birds. She has 3 different sets, 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. And so you get 4 in each one. But this one, I fell in love with the pelican. I love the pelican, but I didn't make him first. I'm like, I don't know why I didn't make him first. But I really love the cardinal too. So I had to, and they're all no-sew. You can't, they're no-sew. So you make like all the pieces first, and then you crochet them in as you go along. The instructions were great. I didn't have any problems. I only had to adjust the feather on the back. This looks like an angry bird. This cardinal, she's so cute, she, and I had to move this over 1 to get it to line up better, or it would have been off-centered, and that was the only adjustment I made on the pattern. And somewhere she says, hey, if you need to make adjustments, do. That is common when, you know, my tension's different. I could be using a different hook size than her, a different yarn type than her. Those all can make things need to be adjusted a little bit. I just think he's adorable. It's an excellent pattern. I haven't started the pelican yet. The feet, I kind of messed up on one of the toes. It's kind of like wonky. I think the feet are a little too big for my liking. The only thing different I would do is probably go down a hook size in the feet just to make them slightly smaller. That's just a preference, but still adorable, great, excellent pattern. I highly recommend it if you love birds. I'm not like, ooh, I'm a bird fan. You know, I love to see birds and it tickles me and stuff, but I don't know all the different types or whatever. But these were so cute. They were so cute. I had to buy it and make them. So I might be becoming a bird fan. You know, I like chickens more than I thought. I mean, I've made some cute chickens, and I see chickens and I'm like, ooh, I want to make that. And so maybe I like birds. I'm a secret bird lover, you know, like a closet one. I didn't even know it. So anywho, and then this I used Himalayan Dolphin Baby. So that's the type of yarn I used. And that's it for finished projects. I did start my dragon. Now I was waiting for, yarn down, hold on. I was waiting for this yarn to come in. I was originally gonna make it in this color, this Posh color, butterfly pea flower. What is a butterfly pea flower? Is that a flower? Maybe that really is a flower. But I finally got this in my black N. I was waiting, they got lost in the mail, but they finally made it my way. However, I decided, I got impatient. I started the dragon before. I decided to make the dragon in this bright, bold color. They all go together very, very well. And this color is Glow Warm. I haven't made the ears yet. I can't remember how many grams I used of it. Well, when I show you the finished project, hopefully I'll get all that written down for you. And so here is my guy. He's not done yet. I'm still need to put the wings on. I'm using a different wings than hers. I'm going to show you the pattern. This is her pattern. But when she made it on her channel, she took some stuff from a different dragon pattern and put it on there. And I was like, oh, I want to try that. That sounds like fun. This pattern is amazing. I have never, ever done a pattern like this. This whole body is one piece, but you make the tail separately, the legs separately, and part of the face separately, but then you start crocheting, and she has them crochet them on, and then you crochet the tail on, and then you crochet this head part on. It is a trip. I love it. It is it's an excellent pattern. The only thing, the pictures could be a little bit better, but if you're not a photographer, it is so hard to capture good pictures. But I didn't have any issues. I did well. This would be a probably more intermediate pattern. If you're a brand new amigurumi person, I wouldn't do it. Her spikes are not like this. I'm winging the spikes. I thought about fur, but then I wanted spikes. They have cute baubles, but then I wanted spikes because you could do baubles or fur. Fur would be faster. So I'm just winging some spikes. I still need to do the ears, the two different horns. I do have part of this. This is from a different dragon pattern. I'm going to put that on there. They had black. I did make this, but I don't think I'm going to put it on here. I don't think I like it. I don't know. She has 3 little lines on hers. I may do that. So I'm pretty close, but I had to stop for a long time because I was waiting on those colors. And I am terrible when I stop something to pick it back up and get excited about it again. Even though this pattern is excellent. It's excellent. It's a lot of fun. Let me put these, oh no. Alrighty, alrighty. Let me put this back over here. So that's what's currently on my hook right now. I also got more Posh yarn in. So I got that black and that blue. I got, I thought this would be more yellow. My thing was busted when it came. This is the egg yolk, I believe. Yeah, it is. It's orangey. I'm like, why do they have so many oranges? They have a lot of oranges. I don't know how many I already have. I see one over there. This is more orangey than yellow. And then I got this orange in, and it's called Sherbet Glow. It's like one of those fluorescent ones, but it doesn't seem as fluorescent-y as this green's very fluorescent-y. This one isn't very fluorescent-y. I got this peachy color in, and it's called Strawberry Shortcake. And it's not, I don't know, I guess it's pinky with a hint of orange. It's more of a peachy color. So, and then I got this new Posh yarn in Oyster Mushroom. So I've been trying to get almost one of every color. I do have one that's supposed to come today, one that's supposed to come tomorrow, because you know Joanne ships in different phases. And then I have one that's been waiting for FedEx to pick up forever, and they haven't picked it up. And I don't know if there's 6 in that one. I don't know, something like that. So more Posh yarn. I'm loving it. I love Posh. I don't know if I should have tried it or not because now you're not going to be able to get any, but I have enough to play, and I don't want to get fixated on just one yarn. I love to play with all kinds of yarns. So it's all good. It's all good. And I don't do craft fairs. I just can't whip out those amigurumi or anything to build up enough stock for that. I did recently at Hobby Lobby, so I don't think I have anything. I don't use stitch markers typically when I crochet amigurumi. I like to use ribbon, and I get the 1/8, and I like to have different colors. So like if I'm using black, I can use this white or the yellow, or if I'm using, you know, I like to have 3 different colors. So I have black, and this one I accidentally got 1/16, so it's even teenier, but it'll work out just fine. So I use this, I cut off like a, you know, a long string, and that's what I use to mark my lines. So if I ever have to rip out, I know where each row begins and ends. I've showed it before, but I don't have any. But that's what the size I use, 1/8 or 1/16 if you're doing smaller ones. What else? Another thing I did finally, it's so funny. So you guys know that my granddaughter, Lily, picked out this outfit for her. I have not finished it. I haven't sewed everything in. And so I wanted my other granddaughter to look through and pick out something. And when I looked through all these, I bought a USB of a lot of Pamela's Adoring Crochet, a lot of her patterns. Lily and I looked through every one of them. She loved it. She just really enjoyed it. And then Eleni comes in, and they're 2 years apart. Eleni comes in, and we're about halfway through, and she's like, "Are we done yet?" I'm like, yes, we could be done. So the last one she saw was the one she chose, and that girl's got opinions. If she didn't like it, she let you know. Where Lily liked almost everything, and if she wasn't a big fan, she would still be like, well, it's still kind of cute. Where Eleni was like, oh no. I mean, it's just so funny, her opinion. And then she picks this dress, and so then we go to pick out yarn, and that girl's got her opinions. Like, if she didn't like that color, like I was suggesting a yellow, and you'll see why, she's like, oh no, that's ugly. I'm like, it's a beautiful, it was this yellow right here. I'm like, it's a pretty yellow, but the girl knows what she likes. So for the dress, she actually chose this one, and I was going to get rid of, remember, I'm not a fan of this yarn, and I was going to get rid of all of them except for my favorites, but I knew a little girl would probably like it, and she did. So we're going to use this for the dress, and if you see the flowers there, these are the 3 colors that were acceptable that she liked. I wish it would have been hilarious to get her like, oh yes, I love that color, or, you know, her just, oh my gosh. So, It goes really good. It's gonna be like an Eastery dress, which she didn't set out to do that, but she's really excited about that. So these will be the flowers that you see. She did them all one color. I don't know the flower on the top, if I'll just pick one of these colors, or I don't know what I'll do. I don't know. Maybe I'll do white. Maybe I'll throw in the yellow one. I'm kidding. She just did not like that yellow. She was like a big no. It's just so funny. People's, everybody's personalities, and just to watch them develop and how different they are. And yeah, so that hopefully will be on my hook soon, but I need to not start new projects. There's a lot of ones that I have, a lot of UFOs that I got to get back into it. I'm glad I'm starting to get my Crojo back. I did lose it for a long time. I wasn't crocheting as much as I used to. The move here to Georgia was very hard. I had a hard health year, and I think maybe I'm starting to climb my way out of that and start having some good days for me. A good day for normal people aren't the same of a good day for a chronically sick person, but I'll take it. I'm happy. I'm happy to be on here chatting with you guys again. Oh, one other thing is, I know I brought it over here. Oh, it's hiding. I do want to, I'm going to be filming a video soon about crochet along for this book. And I'm gonna find a couple free patterns, so if you can't afford the book or you can't find it at the library, that you still could crochet along if you want to. I need it to not be something that's not in this book, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe something similar. Similar? We'll see. I don't know. I gotta start looking. So I do plan on making a video announcing that, and then probably starting it in the beginning of March. So I'm excited to do another crochet along, and I wonder, these are so easy. I think I might make it a month long crochet along, so we could have lots of time to get as many as done as we can, because they're quick. They're quick. I don't think I could do all of them. I don't know. I don't know. So this is just a pre-warning or pre-heads up that, yep, I am planning on doing that cowl, and I'm so excited about it. Well, I better get going. I'm 30 minutes in, and I want to splice and edit and do all that, add pictures and all that good stuff. I'm happy to be on here. What's on your hook? Have you finished anything lately? Are you working on something right now? Have you been buying any yarn? I was on a yarn ban. There's some other yarn I want from Premier, only because I found a pattern, but I think I'm just going to say I don't need it. I don't need to do that pattern. I wish you could find Premier yarns in a store, so then I wouldn't have to buy so much to get free shipping. It's just not worth, anyway, I don't know. I don't need any more yarn. I have a lot of yarn. So, see, once you start buying yarn, that bug, you get bitten and you want to buy again. I did so well not buying yarn, but then the whole posh and my wool warehouse still isn't here. It was supposed to be here in 5 to 6 business days, and it's been a little over 3 weeks. I've reached out to them. They've reached out to the carrier. The carrier hasn't said boo to them. So we'll see how they how they respond to that. I get it's coming from overseas. It's not progressing. Like if I was seeing it move from a little slowly here to here to here, I'd be okay with that. But to see nothing and no movement, and like all I'm seeing is label created in error, label created in error, label created in error, and that's all I'm seeing. Here, I'm gonna put it up right here. And nothing, since it's still in the same place. I don't know. I don't know. So hopefully I get that package, or hopefully they send me a new package. I don't know how I bought from Wool Warehouse a few years ago and had no problem. Everything went smoothly. So I don't know. We'll see. Anywho, I really better get going this time. It's just fun to chat. I'm lonely. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.